Good morning. This morning I drew some blood from Azalea. We're going to be doing a pregnancy test from her. I'm just going to show you the package because I'm not going to pronounce that correctly. So we got the blood. And here we have the test. And then we have the dropper. And then we have the solution. So we're going to put the blood into this tube if we can get it. I don't know why we can't just dump it in. And then fill it up into here. And then within 2 minutes, we got to drop 6 drops of this solution in. And then we got to wait 20 minutes to 50 minutes to see if she's pregnant. So the C is for control. That line has to line up no matter what. And then if the T gets the line, no matter if it's light or not, if it's just some kind of line, she's pregnant. If not, then she's not. If the control line doesn't line up, it means you gotta do a whole new test because the test didn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're supposed to do that first too. I tried following the directions the best I could.
It'd be a lot easier if you could just pee on a stick.
I know, I can't believe they don't have a pee in the stick kind of thing.
Or there's some kind of urine test, but it's got to be done earlier.
Okay, so we have enough blood. You're going to fill this up into here, into that tube. And then you fill this up. I'm not a professional. I'm just going off the directions.
I mean, you look like a professional.
Hey, if I look like one. And then it says within 2 minutes, you got to put 6 drops in.
Within? So right now?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not after?
No, within. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you give it a little tippy tap. Make sure the solution goes in, and we are going to set our timer 20 minutes. Start 20 minutes. So it takes at least 20 minutes. It can take up to 50 minutes. After that, it's no bueno.
Is this for the control line or for everything?
For all of it.
Okay.
So this was recommended to us by quite a few different people. We've never done a test before either way. So this is what we got recommended by quite a few people. Easy to get. I'll link it down below if you guys are looking for a pregnancy test. If you know of a urine one for a cow, let us know because that'd be super easy. There are milk ones, but we couldn't get milk ones. The only way we could find it is if you got like, what, 100 per pack?
A bulk.
A huge bulk, and we only need a couple. I got 2, so we're going to see how that goes. So you can see it going up. We'll just let it sit and do its thing.
I did want to mention that this pregnancy test is for our milk cow Azalea. She was artificially inseminated a month ago.
Yeah, just over 28 days.
So we are just looking to see if we will be expecting a calf or not.
We had our milk cow Azalea AI'd a little over 30 days ago, and you can do this test anytime after 28 days. So we're in the frame for it to work. We're just going to see if she's pregnant now. We use semen from Reverend's Farm, which we're excited. So we're really hoping that she is pregnant because we'd like to get these genetics on our homestead. And right now it's showing that the control line is good. So as long as that stays, we're just waiting for the T line to come up. And it says, even if you just see the faintest line, it means they're pregnant. So now we wait.
I do not like waiting. It seems like 1 minute is 10 hours. It's like when you're little and you're waiting for Santa Claus to come. It takes a really long time. So I better just try to maybe get some house cleaning done or something so I can keep my mind off of it.
All right, timer's about to go off. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's see. It's not showing anything, but it says, really look at it because if you even see the faintest line or a partial line, just tell me what the direction says. It says really look. You can kind of see something going like this, But I don't know if that's the test that, like, that's just like where the strip would be or not.
Well, she'd be over 28 days, so I think the line would be a lot stronger than
It just says if there's any hint, then they're pregnant.
There is that little...
You can see a little something.
But that's probably where it goes.
I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not. It shows up on camera a little bit. You can kind of see something right there. So I'm going to say 90% it says she's open. There's a 10% chance that it says she's pregnant. The only reason why I'm over here going like this is that's what the test says to do. It says like to really look, because any bit could mean she's pregnant. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pull more blood tomorrow morning and we'll check. And if it shows like this again, we're going to say she's open, but
it's not looking promising.
No, but we'll try again in the morning. Double check. I got 2 tests just for the heck of it, so we might as well try the other one. Check it and see. But as of right now, I'm going to say 90% she's open, 10% chance she's pregnant. Do it again in the morning, we'll find out, but let's get outside and get some work done. We're going to set a post in the ground so we can hang a gate. We're going to bring up the bobcat, go up above, dig a hole, because digging around here usually isn't easy, so I'm not going to try to dig a 4-foot deep hole by hand. We'll bring this up, dig the hole. I'm going to put concrete in the hole with the 6x6 post. We don't have to let it set. Then we can hang the gate. So our heat wave finally broke. It's like 75 degrees out right now. I'm supposed to think it's maybe 80 today. We had another big rainstorm last night. I don't know if you can see. Everything's washed down. I think last night we got about an inch and a half. The night before we got about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain pretty quickly. So the ground's pretty wet, but it feels a lot nicer out today. That's for sure. Yeah, I just want to see roughly. So yeah, if we go just over 12 feet, we'll be good. So we're going to put the gate somewhere over here. We didn't hit too many rocks, but that soil is hard packed. It took a lot of pressure back and forth, down and forth to get that dug. I was surprised how hard packed that is. That's got to be close to 4 feet.
You want to holler to him?
Yep, we're 4 feet right there. Perfect.
Should wear gloves.
All right, one of the bags of concrete blew open when I was getting it out of my truck because it got a little damp last night. So the bag is like They're so thin nowadays, they just get like a little moisture on them and they do not hold together.
I'm over here telling him it's not chicken grain. I'm not even realizing that. Why is it even in that bag?
It broke open on me.
I'm just telling Brutus, it's not chicken grain.
It's not. I got 3 80-pound bags of concrete. We'll say 2 80-pounders and at least 50 out of the other one. So over 200 pounds worth of a counterweight on the bottom is more than enough for that gate. That gate doesn't weigh a lot.
You're supposed to put it in the hole, not dig it out of it. Don't dig it that way.
Just trying to make a spot for him to sit. All right, let's get the last bag in. All right, we'll add a little bit of water. Right there. Right there, so we're close. Cool.
Is he in your way?
Yep.
Watch out for his feet.
You don't even care.
Nope.
You're a dirty dog.
I was just thinking someone's gonna give you a bath.
I like that right there. That's not going nowhere, especially once that concrete finishes setting up. We're gonna be good. Should have brought a rake up, but we didn't.
It's right there. By the wagon is a rake.
Oh, perfect. Gina's staking up the tomatoes. They took it hard with the rain. They didn't get damaged, but the rain knocked them over a little bit. And we just found a couple of tomatoes. Where's the one you found?
Well, I was just trying to find it. Now I can't see it again. Oh, right here. See it?
Yep, that's like one of those long plum ones. And then right there, we got another one.
I just gotta...
So that's 2 tomatoes that we've seen. There could be more, but that's what we see for now, so. That bed's looking good.
I'm very happy with it. The only thing that's not doing super good is the red cabbage, but the green cabbage looks great. The broccoli, cauliflower, looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm getting chamomile already. Dill.
While I have the excavator out and I'm using it, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the compost pile again. I haven't flipped this in a couple of weeks. It's staying right around, I believe, 120-ish. Yeah, right. So right now it's at 110. So what I really need to do is flip it from here back over to there. And every night we've been adding more manure to it when we clean out Azalea's pen. So what I need to do is flip this over there, let that stay over there. This will be a final pile. and then start a new pile over here so we're not adding to it, because this will be ready to go. I just need to get a manure spreader, and then we can start spreading this on the pastures and get the pastures growing better grass. I've been keeping my eye out for manure spreaders. I haven't found any that are super close yet, so I've just been waiting, trying to see if we can find one. If you guys have a recommendation on a brand of manure spreader that you like, if you like the ground drive or if you like the PTO drive or a different brand, if you like the antique ones, let me know. I don't know if you can see it, but right there is a turkey. See her? She's been staying in the area, so I wonder if she's got a clutch of eggs somewhere. We'll find out if we see baby turkeys running around shortly. But like I was saying, if you have a preference of manure spreader, let me know. Do you like the ground drive PTO driven? Do you like the newer ones, the older ones? What do you look for in a manure spreader? Because we need to get one, because that pile is going to need to get out on the pasture. I'm not sure if I want to put it on this pasture or this pasture. It's steaming good. You know the pile is hot if it's steaming on a warm day like today. It's about 80 degrees out right now, and you can still see that steam, so definitely time to flip it. Wow, that's hot. I can feel the heat like coming off of it, off the pile, hitting me, so definitely got some heat going there. Glad we are flipping it. We got a bunch of rain the last couple of days, so it's good and wet. Yeah, I'd say it's a good sized pile of compost. Nice and steamy. Now we just gotta get a manure spreader and get that out on pasture. That's gonna grow some good pasture grass once we get it spread. Can you see the bear right there? Hey, bear! It's a good sized bear. That was a good sized bear. We're a decent ways from the barn, but not too terribly far away, so not far from the chicken tractors either. We're not that far away from the barn and the homestead, really. Quarter of a mile-ish. That was a good sized bear. Had a nice coat on it. Looked like a good, healthy bear, just meandering around eating stuff, so I think we're fine, but that was pretty cool. It didn't hear me really coming up on it until I took off and started going further, and then it started running away, but that's a big bear. They say the bear are getting pretty thick in the area. There's a lot of bear, so keep our eye out. I was gonna do another blood draw on Azalea this morning, and I attempted to, but the supplies I have are inadequate, and I need to get the right one. So I went online, I found out everything I need. I got all that stuff coming, so it'll make it easier to get a blood draw from Azalea, and that way we can have a more accurate account of if she's pregnant or not. We're 90% sure she's not pregnant, but there's a 10% chance she still could be pregnant. We just want to get that final reading to know for sure if she's pregnant or not, and then we can make our decision on the next step. We can't move forward with knowing if we should AI her or which we should do next until we know for sure if she's pregnant or not. Before we invest in the next step, whatever we do, we want to verify that she's either pregnant or not pregnant. And right now, we're not 100% confident if she is or isn't. Hope that makes sense. I ordered the supplies. Hopefully, they'll be coming in a few days. It is raining out right now, so we can't work more on the fence. I'm going to clean out the barn right now. We got about a ½ inch of rain last night. We've gotten probably 2.5 inches plus whatever we got last night in the last couple of days, so it's pretty wet in here. So I want to clean this out, give them some fresh bedding, and then I think I can do some mowing on the side of the roads during this rain. We went from this nice, hot, sunny weather to now cloudy and rainy. I don't think we've given any barn updates on the barn since we've built it and been using it. We've been using it for a few months now. It's working out really good. We love the milking stanchion right here being built in. It works perfect for having Azalea over here. Then we can just bring her out, put her in the headlock, milk her on this side. It worked really well for when the vet was here, and the vet loved it. She's like, it's so convenient. A lot of people don't have a handling area for their larger animals. And then also we can put her in on this side. So when we were AIing her, we had her body on this side. And then that way we have a fence or a gate to lean her up against, and she can only move this direction. So if you're worried about her going one way or the other, you have a solid wall there, and she really can't move around much on you. This is working great for Cookie. It's working good for the goats. The bedding area, I usually clean out about once a week, depending on how wet it gets. I'll clean out the poo every night, and then we add bedding if we need to. But if it's really wet, like right now, I change it out once a week, and we use it for compost. I like having this way because then I can have a good compost pile going. And the compost pile we can use for compost for the garden. We're putting on pastures, so none of it's a waste. It's all an added benefit on the homestead. The pigs are loving their pig pen. They're enjoying it so far. They are growing good, not as fast as a normal pig like we knew. So we'll be getting them out on pasture once they get a little bit bigger. But yeah, just wanted to give you a little bit update on the barn. We are loving the setup, and so far we don't have any things that we would do differently. The chick brooder has been working perfectly. We got the egg layers in there and the turkeys in there. They're doing good. The egg layers, and then we have the turkeys. They're doing really well. They love the brooder. The brooder has worked out really nice for egg layers, for the turkeys, and the meat birds. So loving the setup and the flow of everything. It's nice having a lot of room in here to walk around for storage. We can store grain in our bins, grain over there, hay, shavings. So there's plenty of things we can store, and it is working nicely. I gotta remember, I wanna make a new pile with this and not add it on the pile we turned yesterday, because that's gonna be going out on pasture soon. We just gotta find a manure spreader. I was gonna start the pile right here up front, but I'm gonna go back that way behind that pile. So if we still need to flip this one, we can flip it this way. But then once that pile's gone, we can take the new pile and flip it forward. I'm liking that. That's some smart thinking, Al. It looks like a brown rat with all the rain. Is that your toy? I don't think that's Azalea's. Is that yours? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a mother turkey and a bunch of babies down there. It's actually been really cool when we've been driving by them. The mother will go in and then the babies end up flying off. And it is amazing how high and how far away them babies turkeys can fly. They could just walk behind the mother and go into the woods like her, but they're playing and they jump up and they just fly and they get into the trees. It's pretty cool to watch. Well, Brutus is getting along very well with the piglets, and the piglets seem to be taking a liking to Brutus too. That's one of the reasons we're having the piglets in here, is we want these 2 or these 5 to bond, and then Brutus to become a good guardian livestock dog to pigs. So we want him to get used of all of the animals on the homestead and not just like imprint on one like the cows and hang out with the cows. We want him to be able to take care of all of them and be friends with all of them, if that makes sense. So it's good seeing what we just saw. I like seeing that. The stalls are cleaned. The rain has stopped for a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Y'all wet. All right, time to get inside of the road. The grass grew pretty quickly. The water is high down here. I was mowing and then it got quiet. I think I burnt my belts off, so I'm gonna go back up, take my belts off, see where I can get them, because I never ordered new ones. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to come with an extra set, but if it did, I don't know where I put them. So I'm gonna take the cover off, find out what I need for belts, and get some belts ordered. But it was doing an awesome job mowing until it wasn't. Look how good that is. And then it just started packing everything down. So it was working fine, and then it just stopped. One of the weird things is I didn't hit anything. The belts just, I guess, had enough. Oh, I am glad we got the workshop to work in because it's raining out. The reason I never ordered belts for this last time, thinking I might have burnt one up, is because you got quite a bit of stuff gotta do to take this off to figure out what I needed for belts. So I was like, oh, I don't feel like going through all that work. So now that I have to, I'm going to. So let me get this off, and then we'll see what we need to do. All right, hopefully it's just a belt. Ooh, she's hot. All right, looks like there's supposed to be 3 belts. And we have one of them at least. Or maybe it's just 2 belts? Or maybe it was 3 at one point? I took a little research and I found out what belts I need. Unfortunately, we don't have any local, so I gotta order them, and it's gonna be a few days before we can get them and then get the mower put back together. So that was my bad. I should have ordered belts in the past and I never did. So what I'm gonna do this time is I got 3 coming, so one set is 3 belts. I'm gonna make sure they are the correct ones, and then I'm gonna order 3 more or 6 more just to have on hand. So if this happens again, I already have them. So thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.